Hello guys, back again for another vlog. I've kind of figured out somewhat of a channel schedule for this channel because I've never really had a schedule. I've always kind of like, and at times you can't have a schedule unless but in this case it's more of a hard set schedule. Like, okay, I want to do these videos, but what day am I going to do it? Like this vlog, I want to do it every week, not just to talk about personal life stuff, that's not necessarily video game related, but also video game stuff that may not be in a video I normally do, or people ask me questions or answer them or whatever. And so I'll do this every Tuesday, and then I'll do the community every Wednesday. Obviously, the community will be out tomorrow, like a YouTube game community, and then starting next week, I'll be out every Wednesday. Getting a segment, like each little segment, little segment cut to thing. I'm slowly working on rolling out one of those every week in the game community to kind of up the production. Things I should have done a long time ago. I'm finally getting around to doing it and having fun doing it. I'm not like, it's got to be all serious. You got to have fun when you do stuff. So, outside of that, for me, I have been playing a lot of old NES, looking at like the old Game Pros, Electronic Game Monthlies. I talked about the last vlog how I was kind of writing out like some of my NES games, memories and days of that, and I'm just doing it for fun now. Who knows? Maybe eventually I'll put a book for it. Maybe I won't. I'm just writing it out for now. Just having fun doing it. Kind of reliving that experience. Because back then, when those games came out, like on the NES, it wasn't just the console or the game, but also the magazines like Nintendo Power, or Electronic Gaming Monthly, and Game Pro over here in the United States. They all added to the experience. Like seeing the short pro shot of that game, a little snippet talking about it, seeing a picture, and then seeing more of it over time just got you really excited for when that game finally came out and you wanted to play it and had to play it. Or seeing that game you got or you wanted to get in the Nintendo Power Top 30 was a big deal back then. It was like, oh, that's the game I want to play. More people want to play that game. That's cool. So I also kind of am going to do my arcade life, my computer life, and my video game life on this channel. Not sure when it's going to start, but because I don't want it just to be, here's gameplay footage of the game, and yes, it'll be that, a little bit of that, it'll be my memories, of course, of that time and all of it together, but I also want to show, like, video game stuff, like, here's what the ad of the game maybe look like, or here's, some of the video game magazine stuff, like, well, this debuted in this magazine at this time, or just the whole thing. And so, I'm going to slowly work on that. It'll be much more edited than stuff I usually do. And I'm in no hurry to like get those done. It's just going to be like, when I get them ready, they'll go. And I like the NES, for example, the reason that console means so much to me is our video store got a lot of those games in, like Mighty Samson and like Adventure Lola 1, 2, and 3, and all the more uncommon games with the regular common games. And me and my best friend rented about every of them. Every time a new game came in, we rented it, we played it. So I have a lot of memories of a lot of the NES game catalog. So that's why I have a lot of fond memories, and the Super Nintendo for that matter, of those systems. And so I'd like to go back and talk about, my memories and what I thought about those games and all that stuff. So that'll be on here. I'm just not sure when. And I'm going to set a date. I'm not sure what day, like when I upload like one or two, maybe my older videos to get them up here. Because I don't just want to like every day upload an old video. Just so you know, hey, this day he's just going to have old stuff. So if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. And if you want to watch it, you can, kind of thing. For people who want to watch that stuff. Outside that, and like in my personal side of life, I got 7 days to get this totally cleaned up, before we start working on it. And I definitely do want to, part of the vlog show, and there'll probably be more vlogs more often during this period, because I want to show, like, as we work on the basement, the changes that have happened and stuff, for what this eventually turns into, whatever it may be, and however long it may take. And also on that side, we got a week till my son starts school, so we're kind of gearing up for that. Like, obviously doing the last things of summer for fun with him before he starts school again. And last week, the very end of my yard, there was a wasp nest. Now, just a week ago, these bricks at the end of the yard, they're really massive bricks that the other owners originally had planted in the ground, because 30 years this was a rental property before we bought it as a house. And I've been slowly getting rid of those bricks over time. And a week ago, there was nothing out there. But my neighbor whose bushes had grown over the fence, he was nice. He came over here to cut his bushes out of the fence to be nice. And all of a sudden he went to sit down and he got stung 4 times. He's fine and all, nothing wrong. But I'm allergic to wasps and bees. And being an idiot, once I found out about that, I went out there to find out where they are. And I eventually kicked that brick and 2 wasps came out. One stung me in the foot, one stung me in the hand. Normally when I get stung by a wasp, for example, it immediately starts to swell up. And when you have an allergic reaction to something like that, you could feel your heartbeat through that area of like where it's swollen at. Well, these wasps are really tiny; you can barely see them. And there must not be a lot of poison in their sting because I did not feel that normal swelling up wasn't much at all, and I didn't feel that. So, but I went back out there after that. It subsided, kicked over the brick they were on, and there was like a 5-level wasp nest. It was like 100 wasps there, and it was a massive 5 or 6 level nest in the ground. Took the hose, sprayed it down to break up the nest. Next day, got the old spray. Went to the store, got the old wasp spray, and killed them all off. Just one of those things that, like, I'm glad that my son wasn't playing in the yard in this out in the play set, and he had gotten stung. I'd rather have me gotten stung, or fortunately the neighbor gotten stung and found him than him getting stung. So took care of that. Outside of that, nothing else much going on. Just playing my NES. Well, I'm playing modern game wise. I'm playing Minecraft on the PC with my son. Playing the Snapshot. The latest Snapshot came out today, which included armor stands and redstone to the game. Red sandstone blocks, not redstone. I keep wanting to say redstone. Red sandstone blocks to the game, which is really cool. When you talk about Minecraft for my son, and like in this case, Minecraft is such a big thing for kids because no matter where my son goes, when he mentions Minecraft and starts talking about it, every other kid knows what he's talking about. They watch YouTube videos. They do, and they play the game, and so they know all about that game. So that is the universal game. Like when I was a kid, Super Mario Brothers 3 was like, you talked about Super Mario Brothers 3, everybody knows what you're talking about. Well, in his case, it's Minecraft. So we've been playing that, having a lot of fun. Just creatively building stuff. And then outside that, playing a little Star Trek Online, because I have friends who like to play that game. And so we play that game a little bit. So it's a fun game. It's got some of the grinding that typical MMOs have gotten, but I'm level 50, highest level we can go, and have my own ship. I just haven't completed all the season stuff. Season 9.5, up to season 9.5, so I can get ready for whenever 10 happens. But slowly getting there. I'm doing the Borg stuff right now. And we've played a little Unturned, which is kind of cross Minecraft with kind of any other, not DayZ, but any other zombie apocalypse game. It's very blocky, very kiddie, but can be very challenging and fun because when the zombies can kill you if you got to reload your weapon. Katana is the most powerful thing really when it comes to taking stuff out because it's just a sword. But if you get overrun by too many of stuff, you can easily die in that game, and then you lose all your stuff, and then you have to go get it all back or start over again. So that's why I've been playing that wise, and that's all that's really been going on. So, oh no, that's right. Talking about 2 quick things I want to talk about. I don't write these things down. I always do these things on the fly. First of all, we're all at my house. We play Mario Kart 8 every day on the Wii U, and we're very excited for the BMW DLC that's coming out on August 27th. That's free. When I watched that actual trailer today, the old BMW reminded me of a Monopoly piece. I almost want to say 70s BMW or whatever, 80s maybe. That reminds me of a James Bond car, whatever year that one is, the middle one, and then the new one is a new one. But it's cool that they're adding that, and I guess they're going to be, I heard they're going to be adding stats and stuff, so that's all cool stuff to add to the game and fun to play. We play a game every day, at least my wife and my son, or me and my son, or me and my wife. Somebody plays Mario Kart every day, 8. It's a really fun game. And I know a lot of people today probably talked about Twitch and the whole, the save forever feature is kind of going to go away, and the whole music thing, where now if you archive your video, if you archive your live stream for people to watch on demand, they've now got a content ID content system similar to Google on YouTube, that'll go through, and if you have copyrighted music, it'll take that. If you have only 10 seconds, the video stays up. If you have more than that, I don't know if it just blocks out that part or takes the whole video down, I guess. But it doesn't affect live streaming, which Content ID on live, when you're live streaming, is pretty hard to do, so that probably will never happen. But when you do your on-demand videos, you got to have some sense. If you're playing the latest music, you got to know eventually, especially if the fact you have the function on Twitch to like take those clips and then upload to YouTube. So it was going to happen eventually. I don't know why everybody's so upset about it. I mean, when you're an upstart, you get away with a lot, but now when you start getting bigger and more attention, that's when the big companies start noticing. So it's just in a matter of time. So it is what it is. But that's all going on with the vlog, guys. And I will talk to you guys next Tuesday for the next one. And thanks for watching.